A really big question that new Jailbreak players have when they get their first $1 million is which vehicle is better, the drone or the Volt bike? So today we're going to be taking a look at this and we're going to be seeing which vehicle is truly better. So let's not waste any more time and let's get into this. So how we're going to do this is we're going to list out the perks of each vehicle and then we're going to list all of the downsides. Let's go ahead and start with the Volt bike, seeing as more people use it. Starting off with the perks, the good parts of the Volt bike, it's super fast. The top speed is like 220 miles per hour. It's really small and it's super easy to get through small places. You know, you could easily squish through buildings, all that stuff. The model of the Volt bike is really good. It looks amazing and it can be spawned anywhere on the map. The acceleration is probably the best acceleration in the game, and probably the best part of the Volt bike is it's really good for grinding. But now for the downsides, and starting with the first one here is it's really hard to control and it's just really stiff overall. The braking is super bad. It's absolutely horrible. The turn speed is really bad, and overall just really hard to control. The trail makes it really easy for the other team to follow you unless you have a darker trail that matches with the road. If you're playing as a cop, it's really hard to stop the Volt bike most of the time, and it's just really frustrating. And here's the part of the Volt bike that I really just do not like at all, the thing that ruins the Volt bike for me. And it is the fact that the off-roading on the Volt bike is absolutely horrible. What I mean by absolutely horrible is it's absolutely horrible. It's almost non-existent. If you try going up the smallest hill in the entire game, I mean the smallest hill, it will get stopped in its tracks and you'll have to turn around, or else you're just going to sit there wobbling around trying to go up the hill super awkwardly. And if you're in a chase and that happens to you, you're dead unless you have a way out. Honestly, it's absolutely stupid how bad the off-roading on the Volt bike is, but, you know, it is what it is. Now that's the Volt bike, let's get on to the drone. As usual, starting off with the perks, it's the fastest air vehicle in the game besides the jet. Since it's a hover car, it can avoid off-roading because it just hovers over everything. Acceleration on the drone is absolutely amazing, seen as it's a flying vehicle, and pretty much all flying vehicles have amazing acceleration. If you're playing as a police officer, it has a spotlight so you could slow criminals down before you hop out. The handling is absolutely amazing, and it's definitely a big step up from the Volt bike. And if you're playing with an extra person, the drone has an extra seat for that person. But unfortunately, just like the Volt bike, the drone does have some downsides, so let's get to that. First one is an obvious one. It can't be spawned, which is kind of disappointing. This one is kind of just me, but the model of the drone is really weird. I don't really like it. The hover limit on the drone is much lower than most of us expected. Like, I expected it to be much higher, but you know, it's kind of disappointing. Obviously, you know, it's still high up in the air, but it's much lower than you would expect when you first see it. The final downside on the drone is it's just not as good for grinding as the Volt bike. You know, like the Volt bike had a super good top speed, super good acceleration, and it was able to get to the destination super fast. But unfortunately, that's just not the case with the drone, and it's not able to get to the destination as quickly. But now, those are all the perks and downsides of each vehicle. Now, which one is truly better? So if you're a new player and you're just unsure on what to get, I'd definitely get the Volt bike first because it would help you grind for the drone next. But if you're one of those players that are just not really into grinding, I definitely recommend getting the drone first because you could still use it to grind for the Volt bike, but you know, it's still a really good vehicle. The drone is better for kind of just general gameplay, while the Volt bike is more for the tryhards, the grinders out there. But at the end of the day, it just kind of depends on what you're looking for. If you want something that's good for grinding, gets around quick, get the Volt bike. But if you're just calm, you want to get around quick, but you're not really looking to grind, get the drone. I'll put a list of all the perks and the downsides of each vehicle here on the screen so you could read them out for yourself and you could decide which vehicle you want. As I said, it just kind of depends on what you're looking for, but using this list, you could definitely find which one is best for you. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it for this video. Hope you've all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.